All right, drops of water on a penny lab. We've gone through this. You now have your variables, right? Here's your research question. Does the amount of soap mixed with water affect how well water will stay on the penny? We've written a hypothesis. You explained why you thought you were going to see. You listed your control variables. We took data, right? We graphed in class. That should be done. We've talked about relationships and we talked about what we saw. Now we're going to work on the conclusion, right? Please go ahead and follow the prompts here. It says after the data has been analyzed, a conclusion is written. A conclusion is a written answer to a question. Whatever conclusion is drawn, it is always, see twice in bold, supported by actual data from the experiment. An answer without evidence is meaningless. You have data here, you have your averages, and we're going to actually use the class data. So you're not going to use your own data because we found it to be more reliable. So we're going to use the data that we used in class. And what you're going to do here is you're going to write a conclusion for your experiment below, answer the questions in complete sentences. This is important to write this in complete sentences. It says write the research question and your hypothesis. So the research question, if you remember, right, is right here at the beginning. So you're just rewriting this. The research question is, does the amount of soap mixed with water affect how well the water will stay on a penny? Okay. Everyone's hypothesis was a little bit different. So from your lab packet, you would have to write the hypothesis states. Stay away from pronouns. Don't say I, me, yours, right? The hypothesis was. And write down your hypothesis. You'd be done with section 1. Section 2, explain whether the data supported your hypothesis. Remember, a hypothesis is never right or wrong, just supported or not supported. You may learn as much when your hypothesis is not supported as you do when it is. Now remember, I don't want to see, oh, the hypothesis was right, it was wrong. Use the word supported or not supported. So whatever your hypothesis was up here, you let me know the hypothesis was supported or the hypothesis was not supported. Again, remember complete sentences. The next section is you must give actual data evidence from your experiment to back up what you said in number 2, if it was supported or not. Use the averages from your data table. We will use the class data, the data table that you based your graph on. So please use those averages, those numbers, whatever they were for our class. Please talk about what happens. You know, it was supported because the number of drops went from 5 to 37, right? 5 or whatever it happens to be with the soap. So please use numbers. I want to see numbers, all 3 averages in here when you talk about your data. Here we have describe the relationship in the data. We're going to talk about if it's direct or indirect. It is a, okay, direct or indirect relationship because when the independent variable goes blank, the dependent variable goes blank. Okay, if there's no relationship between the independent and dependent variable, that is all you need to state. But we did find a relationship. And how do I know that? Because we did this here. We talked about relationships in class. Is it direct, indirect, or none? So when one variable increases, the other variable increases as well. So as we increase the amount of soap, did the number of drops also increase? If that was true, we'd call it direct. Indirect, when one variable decreases and the other increases. So as we increased the amount of soap, right, did the number of drops, right, decrease, right? So we have increase and decrease. So I said this backwards, but one variable decreases. So if we decrease the amount of soap, if we go this way, did the number of drops increase? So you looked at it that way. What relationship do you see? And if there is no relationship. So we did this in class. We should all know what the answer is here, which would be it's an indirect relationship. As a percent of soap went up, the number of drops went down. So you would say it is a indirect relationship because as the independent variable goes up, we found that the dependent variable went down. So you're going to write that out in a sentence here. I want that written out. And lastly, what happened during the lab that could have made your results unreliable? If you had to do the lab again, what would you do differently to get more accurate results? List the sources of error that may have impacted your results. So I want you to tell me things that may have made your results unreliable. Saying, we did it perfectly, I feel confident with my result, is not a valid answer. You have to tell me what you did. Did you not hold the penny steady? Was your dropper not the same height from the penny every single time? Did you not use the same side of the penny every single time? So think of all those things that could have been sources of error, and I want you to write a sentence or two about that. Right? So when you're done, you will upload a picture to show me that you have done all 5 of these, and then we'll be ready for class on Monday. Have a great break. All right. Bye-bye.